Assalamualaikum dear students, hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIVS Home School. I am Sabrina Hawk, assistant teacher of science, National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. Dear students, today I am going to take a chemistry class for class 9 student based on chapter 3, and this is our part 3 of the chapter. So let us move forward today's topic. Dear students, today we will start from orbital electronic configuration of atom. According to Bohr's atomic model, we have learned that there is principal energy level that are known as K, L, M, N, like that way, and there is quantum number 1, K for 1, L for 2, 3, 4. That means K is the first orbit, L is the second orbit, and M is the third orbit, and N is the fourth orbit. And we already learned in our class 8 science book that for the electronic configuration of the atom, we can follow a formula, that is 2n square. Then from there we can find out, here in the K orbit there 2 into 1 square, that means 2 electron. Then in the second orbit 2 into 2 square, that means 8 electron. In the third orbit there will be 2 into 3 square, that means 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18 electron. And here 2 into 4 square, that means 4 4s are 16, 16 2s are 32 electron. And by following this formula we can easily find out, in the first orbit we can find 2 electron, there will be 2 electron in the first orbit. In the second orbit there will be 8 electron. In the third orbit there will be 18 electron, and in the fourth orbit there will be 32 electron can stray, and it is the highest holding ability of this orbit. Now come to the table. Here the electron configuration from hydrogen to zinc, that means from atomic number 1 to atomic number 13 is given. Here if you follow, in the hydrogen atom, in the first orbit it has 1 electron, and you have to memorize this total table. And from according this formula, according to Niels Bohr's atomic model, according to this formula we can only find out the up to atomic number of 18. That means up to atomic number of 18, it follows the rules of that we are just learning. But from the next one, that means atomic number of 19, from potassium, it can't follow. For this we have to know the more about this. The atomic number of hydrogen is 1, meaning it has 1 electron which will be resides the energy level K. The atomic number of hydrogen is 2, meaning it has 2 electron which is resides in the energy level K. The atomic number of lithium is 3, meaning it has 3 electrons, since the principal energy level K cannot contain more than 2 electrons. 1 electrons will go into energy level L. Again the atomic number of sodium is 11, that means if we are thinking about sodium, for sodium atom, its atomic number is 11. The electron configuration will be in the first orbit 2, in the second orbit 8, then only 1 left. In the third orbit it will be 1. That means it is the electron configuration of the sodium. We have learned this in our class 8 science books too. Now a careful look will tell you that the electron configuration of hydrogen to argon follows the rule start above, and just I have told these things. However, it does not remain the same in the case with the elements from potassium onwards. We know that the highest capacity of the third principal energy level is 18, but 19th electron of the potassium and 19th and 20 electron of calcium centered the 4th principal energy level in. Then come to the table. Come to the table. Potassium, if you observe 2, there is 19, atomic number is 19, that means it has 19 electron also, and 2, 8, 8, 1. But we know that in M orbit, that means in 3rd energy level, any element can hold 18 electrons, but here only 8 electrons stray here in the 3rd orbit, and in the 4th orbit the 1 electrons goes. Why it happens? And if you see the calcium's their atomic number is 20, 2, 8, 8 and 2. That means here also in the 3rd orbit there is 8 electrons, in the 4th orbit there is 2 electrons. And if you see the next one, that means scandium 2, 8, 9, 2. That means 2 first orbit, 2nd orbit 8, 3rd orbit 9 and 4th orbit 2. And beginning from the atomic number 19 onward, 2 electrons enter into the 4th level first, and then the rest return to the level 3. Still, we find the exception in the case of chromium and copper. We need to understand the idea of sub-level of energy before we attempt to understand. That means from where just we discuss about the orbit, and here we are going to the orbital. That means sub-energy level, that is known as the orbital. We have seen all energy level are specified with N, and these energy levels are again divided into sub-levels which are expressed by L. That means N is for main energy level and L is for sub-energy level, and there S, P, D, F, these are the sub-energy level, and these also have some value like this one. That means here if it is L, the value of S will be 0, the value of P will be 1, value of D will be 2, value of F will be 3, like this way. And again I am saying the value of principal energy level is expressed by N, and for the sub energy level expressed by L, and the S orbital's value is 0, P orbital value is 1, D orbital's value is 2 and F orbital's value is 3. Now come to the page again. The value is of L is from 0 to 1. 0 to 1, this is sub-level is called orbitals. These sub-levels are called orbitals. S, P, D, F, here when N is equal to 1, L is equal to 0, that is one orbital is S, 1s, and when N is equal to 2, L is equal to 0 and 1. That means in principal energy level 2, second principal energy level, there is 2 sub energy level, that means 2 orbitals, 0 and 1, that means 2s and 2p. And come to the when N is equal to 3, then L is equal to, there is 3 orbitals, 0, 1 and 2, that means 3s, 3p, 3d. And when N is equal to 4, then L is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. There will be 4 orbitals, 4s, 4p, 4d and 4f. When N is equal to 5, L is equal to 0, then there will be 0, L is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and there will be 5 orbitals. However, if all the electrons are configured in the 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f orbitals, then there won't be any necessary for 5th. Then same is the case of N, 6, 7 and 8, and each orbital contains 2 multiply with 2L plus 1. Come to the board. I have said the finding out like 2n square, here is 2l plus 1. By following this formula, the s orbital has the value of s is 0. 2 multiply 0 plus 1 is equal to 2, 0 plus 1, that means 2. That means in s orbital 2 electron can stray. 2 electron can stray. By following this formula, we can find out in the p orbital, d orbital and f orbital how many electron can stray. In the p orbital 6 electron can stray, in the d orbital 10 electron can stray, and in the f orbital 14 electron can stray. Come to the table, there is a electronic configuration in energy level n1 to 4. Here this energy configuration you have to learn this. First one, if energy level n is 1, then sub level will be 0. Sub level will be 0 and or name of the orbital will be s, and the orbital symbol is 1s. Then the total number of electron in the orbital is 2, and the total of the electron in the energy level 2n square is 2. Now come to the second orbit. For second energy level n is 2. Then first one 0, we know in the second orbital there is there is 2 orbitals, 0 and 1. For 0 it is s, 2s, then 2 electron, and here for 1 it is p, 2p, or that means 6 electrons. 2 plus 6, that means in the second orbital 8 electrons can stray. Like this way we can find out the total charge. The principle of the electronic configuration is the atom. Electron first enter the lowest energy level of an atom, then gradually goes into the high energy orbital. That means the electron will enter the lowest energy level first and the highest energy level later. The energy level of the orbital is determined the summation of the value of principal energy level and the value of sublevel. Here the orbital that has lesser value of n plus L is the lesser energy level, and it gets the first entry of electron. And this you have to learn and you have to memorize. The orbital that has a higher value of n plus L is of the higher energy level, and it gets the later entry of an electron. Now come to the next page. For 3D orbital, dear students, for 3D orbital, its value is, the n is 3, L is 2, S for 0, P for 1 and D for 2. That means 3D is equal to 3 plus n plus 1, n plus L equal to 3 plus 2 equal to 5. Again come to 4s. Here 4, n is equal to 4 and s is equal to 0. S is equal to 0. That means 4. Here 5 greater than 4. That means 3D energy level has more energy than 4s. That's why in the 4s the electron comes first, enter first. Then after fill up this, the electron goes to the 3D orbital. That means after 3s, first fill up after the 3p, electrons enter first 3s, then it enters to the 3D, because the value of n plus L of 3D is greater than the 4s. Now come to the if therefore the electron will first enter the 4s, then it will be go to the 3D. Again, if the value of n plus L of two orbital is equal, then orbital of lesser value n has lesser energy level, lesser value n. That means if the value of n plus L is equal, that time when the n is smaller, that is the lower energy level, and that will get the electron first, and which has the higher n value, it will be get electron last. For example, the value of n plus L of 3d and 4p is 5, 3 plus 2 is equal to 5, 4 plus 1 is equal to 5 respectively. Here in this case, the value of n, here value of n is lower in 3d, but it is greater, that's why 3d will get the electron first and 4p will get after that. According to this system, the gradual sequence of the energy orbital is receiving electrons will be, and this portion first you have to learn these things. Then 2s is greater than 1s, 2p is greater than 2s, 3s is greater than 2p, 3p is greater than 3s, 3d is greater than 4s is greater than 3p, 3d is greater than 4s, 4p is greater than 3d, and 5s is greater than 4p, 4d is greater than 5s. Like this way the electron enters to the lower energy level, and here you have to memorize this chart. 1s you have to write this way, 1s, then 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 3d, and 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f, 5s, 5p, 5d, 5f, 6s, 6p, 6d, 7s, 7p, and 8s, and the arrow is showing from where the electron goes enter first. That means 2p first get the electron, then 3s, then 3p get the electron, then 4s, then 3d get the electron, then 4p, then 5s. Like this way arrow show the getting which will orbital get the electron first, that things. You have to learn this table also and this one also. Then we have seen the orbital S can be contain a maximum number 2 electrons. The orbital P can contain maximum of 6 electrons. The orbital D can contain a maximum of 10 electrons, and the orbital F can contain maximum of 14 electrons. Just I have told it when I say about the suborbital level. Following this, we can configure the electronic elements like potassium 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 4p6, 4s1, and in calcium 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 4p6, and 4s2. You have to learn this one also. Since the fourth orbital is the lower energy than the third orbital, so the 19th electron of the potassium enters the 4th s instead of 3d. That means in the 4s orbital the electron enters first, then it goes to the 3d. Again, in case of the scandium, 19 and 20 electrons goes inside the 4s, and then the 21st electrons goes to the higher energy level 3d orbital. Always remember, when writing the electronic configuration, write down all orbital of an energy level side by side, otherwise there is change making mistake. For example, the configuration of iron, that is 26, will be iron 1s2 for N1, for N2 2s2, 2p6, for N3 3s2, 3p6, then you will write for 3d, but this electron you will write later on. First you will write the 4s2. First you will write here 2, then after that you have to put this electron number in 3d. That means you have to write all the orbital names equally, then when you put the electron number, first you will write the electron number in 4s, then you will write the electron number in 3d, otherwise you will make mistake. Now commonly, if the orbital of the energy sublevel p and d half full, that means p5 and d5 or complete, P6 and D10. This is electronic configuration is the most stable, and from this part you will get so many questions in your exam. This is too much important. Half full and full, half full and complete, half full and complete. That means if you observe the chromium and chromiums and chromium's electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d4, 4s2, but it is not stable because if it is 4, it is unstable. That's why from here, from 2 electron, 1 goes there. That means the proper this is because of 3d is to be half full, bring 1 electron from 4s. That's why in the chromium, if you observe the chromium's electronic configuration, here instead of here 3d4, it begin 3d5 and the 4s get 1, and this is because of making this stable. 3d4 is not stable, but 3d5 is stable. Then 3d4, that's why it takes 1 electrons for 4s, and it becomes 3d5 and 4s become 1. And like this way, copper also showing this type of electronic configuration. It become D10 because D9 is unstable, that's why it becomes D10 instead of D9. It takes the electron from the 4s to become the complete, and it becomes stable by getting full fill. The chromium's one is known as half fill and copper's one known as full fill or complete. Now we will discuss about the isotopes. Atom of the some elements with equal number of protons but different numbers of neutrons and mass is called isotope of each number. The 3 atoms in the table below have the same number of protons, therefore they are isotopes of each other. Hydrogen have 7 isotopes. Here if you observe that are the isotopes of hydrogen. 3 of them are available in the nature and remaining 4 are laboratory made. Here hydrogen, which 3 atoms are we can find in nature. First one protium, then symbol is H1, atomic number 1, mass number also 1. Here proton number 1, mass number 1 and neutron number 0. Deuterium, here mass number 2 and atomic number 1, then proton number 1, mass number 2 and neutron number 1. And tritium, T3 1, that means proton number, atomic number is 1, proton number 1, mass number is 3, then neutron number is 2, and these 3 we can get in nature, but these 2 we can find in small amount, and this part we can found 99%. And this is your part 3 of the chapter. And dear students, your homework number 9 is you have to make 5 knowledge based question answer from this part, and this part is too much important for you. Read this chapter again and again, otherwise you can't follow the chapter. This is too much important chapter for you. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.